Welcome to episode 199 of the DorkLair Collecting Podcast, recorded on October 27th, 2022. We are going to talk about G-Con, Legions Con, we'll preview there. Mezco, a couple of Mezco items. We got Storm Collectibles, Boss Fight, Super7, X06, Hot Toys, and yeah, we're going to talk about Mondo Battle Cat again. And today I'd like to welcome Paige, the ToyPaige, to the episode. Chris is just getting back from his vacation, and he'll be back next week for episode 200. But welcome, Paige. And Larry, what's going on, man?
Oh man, just another week of repeatedly succumbing to our plastic edition. I've continued down that rabbit hole of those Masterverse figures. I've decided what I'm going to do is kind of collect the stuff that is reflective of the classic or the vintage 82, 83, 84 figures. But they have had a couple of things that are a little off the beaten path that I've liked. I picked up Tila, which the classic Tila is fantastic. Faker, although it's a different take on it, is really good. But these were what really surprised me. The Barbarian Man and the Barbarian Skeletor. Which way am I going? Barbarian Skeletor. And they're kind of homages to the Mark Taylor designs.
Oh, wow.
And I was surprised at how much I liked them in hand. And then, Bill, you did a really, really interesting kit bash with the He-Man and with the 40th. If you've got that, show that. So you took most of the parts off of that Barbarian and then the torso from the 40th and pretty much made a perfect He-Man figure. And I think I'm going to buy duplicates of those so I can do that myself.
Yeah, I'll walk you through that. It's the skirt piece is the most challenging piece because you cannot take the torso and hips apart. You have to take the legs off, heat this way up, and stretch it around.
Okay.
So I didn't cut it or anything. I stretched it. And there's one or two videos on YouTube. But my plan is I got this head from Monster Machine Creations.
Yeah, that's a good
and
looking.
I'm going to get somebody to custom paint that for me. I have somebody lined up after Legions Con to paint this for me. And
I had I'm going to pick up a couple custom heads myself. There's a guy, Jose Luis Morel, Mourelle, that I found in one of the.
Is that the one you shared with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he has some really, really nice He-Man, Skeletor, Beastman, Hordak. He's got some really, really nice head sculpts, and he does the painting. And they end up being, let's see, it's about 2 weeks. It's I think it's the $25 for the head, and that's painted, and $10 shipping. And it takes him about 2 weeks. He does everything one by one. But I've spoken to some folks that have purchased from him, and they said it's a good experience. He's reliable. It's high quality. The paint works nice. So I'm just trying to decide which one I want to get. A couple other little odds and ends I picked up. I've talked quite a bit when we talked about the boss fight stuff and the Mezco Defenders of the Earth, how much I love Phantom. And I was really looking forward to this one. This is, you can see by the striped trunks, this is the comic book version. And it's consistently been sold out online. I was in Target last week, and I always go and I look over at that section where they have their collector stuff. And lo and behold, they had a Ming, a Flash Gordon, and I found him buried up underneath about 7 Freddys and Jasons. So I was happy to find that. And then the other thing I bought this week, I'm a big Rock fan. I probably have 12 pairs of his shoes from the different releases he's done. I've got the Black Adam figure, really well done figure. McFarlane continues to impress me with what they can do. I know we talk about a lot of high-end stuff, and I buy a lot of high-end stuff, but to get this in a $20 figure, the quality that he consistently puts out with losing. What'd you put up there, Paige? I missed that.
Oh, sorry. I haven't.
What was that?
It was.
Okay. So okay. I've got, as you can see by the regular hands, I don't have the throne release because the throne release has an alternate right hand where you can put it down. But to consistently get figures that look this good, great sculpting, great paint work, and to get it for $20, and there has yet to be a McFarlane figure that I have gone to look for and had not been able to find at retail. So it doesn't drive you crazy like God love them, the Hasbro, G.I. Joe products and things like that do. It's just been a great experience. And then this is something that I didn't purchase. This is the last thing, and I'll shut up. In anticipation for the new, some of that newer legacy stuff coming out, I really like what they're doing with the Armada releases. They've got an Armada Starscream and a Hot Shot coming. I was putting some stuff in my storage unit, putting away some instructions and just little baggies of accessories. And I found this Armada Starscream from the Generations line, and it just kind of reminded me what a great line that was. And, how I think I got this in 2013 maybe, and just how we're coming up on about 10 years of Hasbro just really knocking it out of the park with their retail stuff. I mean, I can't stand up at things. I know I say this every week. We are living in the golden age of collecting. There's so much stuff out there. Sure, I have 8 things that are on pre-order from Mezco that I probably won't get until after Jesus comes back, but there's plenty of stuff coming out to keep me busy. And I love the collecting world right now, man. There's so much good stuff. And we'll talk about Battle Cat when we circle around.
So Paige, welcome to the DorkLair, man.
Thank you, man.
Paige, for those who might not know, I think a lot of people do know you in this community here, though. The ToyPaige on Instagram, the ToyPaige on YouTube, and you run the Mezco 112 Collectors Facebook group, right?
Yeah, I know there's a couple of them, but that's the one I'm looking at.
So tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel.
It's actually just started. Some of it's like kind of flaky, but I started doing it a little bit more consistently now. So I'll do stuff like the Hangout, and that's where I try to have different people from the community, because you know how we're all kind of hid behind avatars and stuff like that. And so stuff like this, it's good to see people's faces so you get their personality. So I try to have somebody on. I've been lucky enough to have a couple of good people on, and that's a.
Is that weekly or a couple times a week or?
Yeah, I try. I've gotten a little bit more consistent with it now, but before it was very sporadic. But now it's gotten a little bit better. I try to at least try to do something every week. So
right, nice. And the Facebook group is one of the best. I think it's one of the best run toy Facebook groups out there. It's specifically 112 Collectors Facebook group, right? Or Mezco 112 Collectors Facebook group.
Yeah, I know there's a couple. Yeah, but that's the one that I do, and there's a bunch of other admins that are just really busy, so you don't really see them behind the scenes. But it's a collective. We all kind of do that. But I know sometimes it gets a little bit of a bad rap, like maybe it's a little bit too strict. But try to keep it narrowed down to one thing, and that way it's not just going everywhere. But it's a good group, good people in there too.
Yeah. When a group gets big like that, you need rules, and you need very active admins for sure. Yeah.
Nobody likes rules. Nobody likes rules, but they're necessary, and there's reasons for it. So, but hopefully people enjoy it.
Yeah. And then, how about you, Paige, for recent pickups? Anything lately?
Oh God.
highlights of the numerous things.
So Galactus, I had that. Today was my little off day, and I was like, I'll just kind of sit around and do some stuff and unbox some stuff. So I had Galactus. What is this? Stalker, Tomax, Zaymont. What else? The Cobra Viper Troopers, the officers, and then those little naked ladies, of course, right? They're covered, so we don't care, right? You know those? I got a couple of those, for some Conan stuff,
Yeah.
Classic Chris Evans shots.
How do you like those Viper repaints?
They're cool. I like the weapons. I was looking at those today, and then repaints don't really bother me. I don't
either. I've got all the Tiger Force and Python Patrol stuff either coming or on order or whatever. I was just curious. I've gotten a few things in, but I don't know. Maybe it's a thing with those boxes where you can't see anything. I haven't opened Kamakura. I haven't opened the Blue Ninjas. I've got a bunch of that stuff in my piles of loot.
Yeah, I was I had stuff on Target, and I had Yeah, and I had my
Have you
card on
pushed your
there.
Outback 7 times like the rest of us?
I have, and I'm surprised I didn't lose it yet because I had what was it? There was two troopers. They were Cobra Island exclusives, and they've been charging my card religiously for every 2 weeks for about a year.
Target?
And
Is
then,
this Target?
hmm
Yeah, I hate that
yeah,
Target does that. It's annoying.
yeah. And so of course, because these pre-orders are so far out, the card expired, and I got a message one day that said, "Hey, your order's canceled." And I'm like, "What? You didn't even give me a warning." And so I lost
And
that one.
sometimes they'll give a warning and it's like hours or something. I've heard it
Yeah.
like just goes real quick.
No, I even called them a couple of minutes later. I was like, "Hey, I still want my orders. Anyway, you can still give it to me." And they're like, "Nope, it's already canceled." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So I'm hoping that they
That
put those
sounds
in
like
stores.
that sounds like what happened to me when they a couple summers ago, Bill. You remember the Smugglers Run Millennium Falcon?
Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
credit card. They just canceled my order. Luckily, I was able
Yeah.
to get it back and end up picking it up. But
Right.
that was, of course, that was a moment that probably could have saved me about $2,000 or $3,000 with all the 3 3/4 stuff I bought since then. But
Since
yeah,
then, right? That's what kicked you off.
that's yeah. I'm just gonna collect the Empire Strikes Back stuff. Sure.
Yeah,
Wade's in the
it-
house. What's up, Unparalleled Universe? We
Hey,
got Braku Prime. Whoop, missed that one. Braku Prime. Toy Culprits. I want to run through this. We haven't really given any attention to the chat yet. Hedgehog, what's going on, dude?
Someone mentioned Death Zorus in there. We were actually
Carlos.
talking about that right before we started recording, and my reaction to that was, I wish now I would have gotten Victory Saber. So we'll buy 2 Death Sources and see if I can trade for one when they finally land.
So for me, for recent pickups, I actually have right here my Exo 6 Tuvok that it literally just came in. I haven't even opened the outer box yet. I was hoping to have time to open it to just like show it real quick, but I'm excited for that one. Like they're killing it, and the Tuvok's an awesome character. So I got that in Tuvok. What else did I get in? I think that's really like it for the most part right now. I think I already mentioned that I got my Dark Trooper in pretty recently for Hot Toys, and then have I even ordered much? I've been trying to like really prep for Legion's Con, and I ordered a couple things that we are going to talk about today, but yeah, not too much. But we are going to do a giveaway today, and we are at 66 people, and we're definitely giving this away. We're definitely giving this away. So this is Sir Bardric, or sorry, Lord Bardric. In my opinion, probably the best figure in the wave. And you need a Lord Bardric, especially if you got the Headless Horseman, because this setup right here is the shit.
That looks awesome.
Right, sort of a badass warrior scarecrow or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
So in a little while after the Legions conversation, we're gonna give this away. If we hit 100 viewers, I got something else lined up to do a second giveaway today. If we hit 100 viewers,
Wow.
All right. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we do. Spread the word if you can. We got episode 200 coming up next time. So I think on November 10th is when episode 200 will be. And I'm trying to ramp things up a little bit here with a little bigger giveaway. And then, we'll do something really special for the 200th episode. I also just hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is
Nice.
It's been a lot of work to get to 5,000. I mean, it's 4 years now. November. It's funny. The 200th episode is going to be like right on the anniversary of the start of the YouTube channel. Now the podcast, that's 200 episode, that started a year earlier in 2016 or no, 2017. But the YouTube channel started in November, I think November 11th, 2018 was when it started. So 4 full years of videos. I think over 200 videos, and finally hitting 5,000. So thanks everybody for the congrats here. I appreciate it. And so for that reason, another reason to ramp up the giveaways this week. JJ, let's see who else is in here.
Yeah, congratulations,
Thank you,
man.
Pat.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Hit that like, yeah, hit that like button. Listen to Braku, one of the reasons why we're able to do these giveaways, right? Like
Absolutely.
those super chats are really like why we can do these things. So how do we enter the giveaway? So in a little while, we're going to talk Legions. And then after the Legions conversation, I'm going to put up a hashtag, and then I'm going to run the giveaway tool, and then I'm going to draw live on the show. So that'll probably be in about like 10 minutes. And we got a couple super chats here. I'm losing track. Okay, here we go. Hedgehog, congrats on the 5K. Let's go. Thanks, brother. See you next week, dude. Massive congrats on the 5K. I'll see Nate next week as well. Part of the Legions Lounge team over there. All right. Might have missed it. Any thoughts? Yeah, so we're going to talk about Theo. I'm calling him Theo. We're going to talk about Theo a little later. Brick Something, $5 for the 5K. Thank you very much, Brick Something.
Very cool.
Much appreciated. And again, this is why we're able to do these giveaways. It's because of the super chats. Okay. So let's. I wanted to talk about one thing before we get into this week's slideshow, and that is like buyer's season right now. This is like don't think I've ever seen the kinds of deals that are going on right now. It's crazy, like especially Hot Toys. And here we go with Jeff. What's up, Jeff? $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. I gotta look. Well, hold on. I gotta go over to the. I gotta go look at the sticker here. Oh, it's like a Nintendo. It's like a little Nintendo guy. Nice.
Cool.
It says try again. Try again. Try what again? But yeah, so yeah, it is a buyer's market, and I wanted to briefly talk about the crazy deals that have been going on. The first deal I want to mention is, I think still right now you can go to Entertainment Earth and you can find the Tyrus Flare Golden Axe figure with the blue dragon for under $100. That was retail was like 120, 135, I think. And then you can also find the dead frame lizard guy skeletons for $48. Like, it's insane. Like, those are like $78. It's almost half price for those figures. It's nuts. Carlos, thank you, my man. $2 super chat. Congratulations, brother. Trevor, 5 for 5. Congrats, buddy. Much appreciated. Everybody go check out 16 Shooter YouTube channel. Our Monday shows. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it on Halloween because I have an 8-year-old and it's about the, most important thing in the world to the kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be back again that following week probably.
All that candy's for you. That candy's for you.
I look what I have right here. We got the Haribo pack, and these are sour vampire bats. They're not that good, actually. Anyway,
travel size, bite size.
Yeah, that is a tiny pack. It's got like 5 gummy bears in it, or gummy bats. All right, so yeah, so there was that. Like that. Check Entertainment Earth. Their deals are nuts on at least on some of the stuff. Amazon's been having like coupons, like a lot of figures where you like click a coupon and it's like $3 or $4 or $5 off. A lot of Hasbro stuff. A lot of, I think I saw a bunch of the Masterverse figures with those coupons. Mm-hmm. So if you're shopping, like you'll see good prices, and then check because there might be a coupon that takes like a few more dollars off. So those are really good deals as well. Raymond with the $5 super chat. Thanks, brother.
Damn, it's like
we're at 99. Money. Hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna hit it.
Seriously,
it's raining money here. Jeez.
Awesome. 99.
Charm.
Viewers, we need one more. Unless it hit. Did anybody say it? Did it hit 100 and then drop back down yet? We're gonna be there. Okay. And then the other thing, like this one is crazy. The Sideshow Spooktacular event. I mean, not only do they just like give away Sideshow rewards points on their streams and all these other ways, But they're having like daily deals. Every day there's like one or two hot toys that are 25-30% off. I mean, today, right now, you could go on there and you can buy the Hot Toys IG-11 for $175. It's $75 off. It's a $250 figure. And it's one of the best hot toys, in my opinion. At least I don't have a ton of hot toys. Like I'm not like, I haven't been collecting forever, but I do have quite a few. And of all of the hot toys I have, that's like one of my favorite. And to see that, in some ways, it's tough to watch all these figures I have go on sale for like, for a lot. But it's also cool to see people have a chance at these things for these great prices. So every morning, just like check. I think it's noon Eastern time. They update the figures that have deals, and there's usually like a bunch of weird stuff in there that I've never heard of. And then there'll also be like hot toys on crazy deals, or like Larry mentioned, the 3-0 stuff on deals. Wade with the super chat, 5 for 5. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Unparalleled Universe is like one of the channels that have been very supportive of the DorkLair. It's hard for the bigger channels to find the time to be supportive of the smaller channels because there's just so many channels. And like, even from the get-go, like we met in person, like I think in 2020 at Toy Fair, always so kind and generous and just really open and, just like helping me navigate the waters of having a YouTube channel.
I have a Wade story.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So this is a couple of years back, and he was going to SDCC. I don't know if he'll remember or not, but they were doing that. God, it was the Thor. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but it came in like 5 prism pieces that made one big octagon, and it was an SDCC exclusive.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to get this. And I reached out to him, and he hooked it up. So I appreciate you. Thank you. I still have it too.
Nice.
So thank you, Wade.
Sweet. All right, we hit 100. Now it'll slowly drop down, but we hit 100. And let me put myself here. So the layout. So this is the other one we're going to give away. So another Mythic Legions figure. This is the Skeleton Deluxe Legion Builder. It's an incredible figure with that new head sculpt. And yeah, so let me put myself, exit that, and then Braku, always with the support. Thank you so much, as always, Braku. I'm gonna have to like do a couple screens next week for my usual like recap of the super chats. But all right, let's get into the stuff. So first of all, I just want to mention it was kind of a running joke a while back that like I talk about this store Clear Bags so much that I should be sponsored, and I even had a catchphrase. I buy all my clear bags at clearbags.com. And so I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to see if they want to do a sponsorship. And they are not sponsoring my videos or anything yet. But they were kind enough to offer my audience a 10% off code. And they said if, they'll keep track of this code and how well it's doing. And if it like kind of takes off and gets, a decent amount of purchases and stuff, that then we might work on more of like an affiliate thing where, every purchase goes towards a DorkLair. For now, this is not a sponsorship. Technically, this is more of just like a coupon that, I get to use because I buy these bags all the time, and then you guys can use it too. So if you're interested in picking up some of these bags, and I'm actually just going to show myself again for 1 second here. Which layout do I want? Let's see here. Let me just show myself again for 1 second. Full screen. Whoops. Nope, not that. Hold on. Let's remove that one and put myself up. So these bags, I always buy the 6x9s. And they're perfect for Mythic Legions because they actually fit the like bio card in there, and they fit the long spear. Like over here is one of those long spears that fits in this 6x9 bag, and then of course the figure and all the accessories. And they're good for the 6x9s are good for Mezco as well. Right here, you can fit even the you know, even the stand fits in there with Mezco figures. So I have a lot of my Mezco figures like in these bags, and then I empty out the tin from like a tin figure, like a lunchbox figure, and then I have these in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I will store like extra figures and stuff. But can you put sandwiches in them? I don't know. I mean, you can put sandwiches in them, yeah, but like I don't know if like polypropylene bags are okay for food. I'm not. Yeah, I think they might be. I don't know. I think it's overkill actually for food. Like these are like acid free bags, you know. So you could probably get cheaper bags, but they sell to a lot of like craft people and I think bakers and things. So they definitely sell like food products. Not that question was actually, you know, serious.
Do the larger Mezco figures fit in there, do you think?
Which are the larger ones? What do you mean?
Like the medium large, like Hulky 40 or Bluto.
Yeah.
Probably not Bluto, but, or Thanos or something like that. I think. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if Bluto and Thanos would fit in that bag, but like the larger buck figures like Cable and like Craig's would all fit in there for sure. I mean, it's 9 inches tall. You know, it's just a matter of how much like this way, you know, like this way it's gonna go. And they have tons of different bags. I mean, you can get bigger bags too. All right, so some of the comments. Sandwiches are better with a hint of acid. Children, don't take acid.
Yeah. Go hits of acid.
And it depends on the sandwich too. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
the 18-inch Kong. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get back to this. I know people want to get to the giveaway. Look at this. 108. This is like a record for us. Okay, Mythic Legions updates. I did want to briefly talk about G-Con and Legions Con, just to give people a heads up, because this is probably the last live stream before Legions Con, because next Thursday I'll be trying to go to bed early so that I can drive down on Friday. And yeah, so I just want to talk about it briefly. And there's for those who aren't aware, and I know this channel in particular, we tend to get a lot of new Mythic Legions collectors. I try to make it very friendly to new Mythic Legions collectors. And so I want to give people the information that that helps, right? And so G-Con, if you're not familiar, is their yearly convention that they started one year. When the first year they didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con, they started an online event where they announced a wave of figures, and they just had a lot of guests, and it was just like a fun online event. And it's become a yearly thing. And this year it is the day, like last year, it is the day before Legions Con. It is a purely online event. So there will be people at their, you know, at their studios, but like this event is online. You watch it online, you get everything during their live stream. It's going to be Friday the 4th, and it's going to run. It's the day before Legions Con, and it's going to run from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. So pretty much all day, every like,
wow.
I don't know if it's every hour or, you know, every little while they're going to reveal a figure. They'll talk about it. You know, I mean, it's like, it's all the creators of these figures. So they talk about their inspiration for the figures. They break down, you know, what kind of figure it is, all the new parts they're going to announce. Like it's going to be the Necronominus wave, the final of the 4 horsemen waves. So we had the Arethyr wave, the Alithia wave, with just released, the Poxus wave, which is coming out early next year, or maybe middle of next year. And then this one's going up. This is the Necronominus wave. So it's going to be Necronominus figures. So that's like the skeleton, undead skeleton faction. And then the Etheron faction, which is like the knights. There's some angels in there, but it's generally like the good, pure knights type of thing, right? So that's going to be announced on the 4th at 4:00. The live stream will end and the pre-order will begin for the Necronominus wave. I would expect there to be, you know, maybe 10 to 12 figures. You know, it's going to be a big wave like Alithia, like Poxis, like Arethyr. It says Skellies and Templars are gonna make me broke. Knights are my favorite thing, so I'm jacked up and pumped about this. It will run for a while. Like last year's ran past Christmas, so usually their pre-orders will be like a month. Like the I forget how long the All Stars 5 was, but it was about a month, maybe like 5 weeks. This will be closer to 2 months, I think. It's gonna probably run like last year's. It'll probably run till after Christmas. They gave us a chance to be like, okay, maybe people would rather be able to order them after Christmas. I think my order for no, maybe not. I was thinking of Alithia was in January, but that started later. But expect it to run for quite a while and be able to plan your order. Okay. I'm just checking the chat here a little bit. Skeleton dragon. I don't even think they're going to make a skeleton horse. Everybody's saying they're going to make a skeleton horse. I don't think so. That's one of my predictions. If I give a chance, I'm going to do a predictions video, and my prediction is the opposite of everybody who thinks they're going to make a skeleton horse. I think they're going to have a horse because they need their horsemen to have a horse, but I think they'll probably use the body they used on the Poxis horse, and they'll give it a skeleton head. But I'm not convinced they're gonna make a skeleton horse torso and like skeleton horse, like the whole thing a skeleton. I don't think so. Maybe like a leg that's ripped away to reveal some skeleton, like an undead zombie. Yeah, there you go, like a zombie horse, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the pale horse, and upon it was death for the biblical horseman stuff, right?
I'd be all over that.
This is Fabian's got in tune with me. A skeleton horse would be a bold new tooling, and they are bold. They definitely are bold, and it wouldn't surprise me. But that's just my prediction. I kind of feel like they're not ready for that yet. Okay, so that's Friday, and then Legions Con is Saturday and Sunday. And if you look at the picture here for Legions Con, you can see the exclusive figures that are going to be at the event. All of these figures will get a regular version that will be sold by Four Horsemen, like on the Store Horseman site. Eventually, they will all not come with they have like exclusive heads, all of them, like the Adaith, the unknown one up at the top there. He has a skeleton head that I don't think is going to come with the regular release. And then the Furious 4 down below, they have a Panther head that I don't think is going to be in the regular release. But don't get too crazy about trying to get these exclusives because they will have their regular releases. On Saturday, you'll be able to buy at the event, you'll be able to buy Adaith, the unknown one. And then on Sunday, you'll be able to buy the other two. It's going to be like a massive customizer event. There's going to be tons of tables with like 3D printer, 3D creators, sculptors with their 3D printed parts, selling unpainted parts, selling painted parts, selling whole custom figures, selling all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's going to be like a gallery / bazaar, right? There will be some companies there too, like Spiro, who's doing those. They're like the Battle Beasts, but like 6-inch versions of that kind of style of character. I forget. Trying to think what they're called, but the Beasts. No, I can't think of the name of them right now offhand. But Spiro Toys. I think Plunderlings is going to be there, and like companies like that, like indie toy companies, will be at the event, and there will be panels all day. I think like from 12 to 4 or something like that on Saturday. And then from like 11 to 3 or something on Sunday, there's going to be like breakout room panel type things where there'll be customizers demoing some of their work. There will be tutorial type things and just all sorts of fun panels going on all weekend. So it's sold out, but if you are in the area and somebody offers you a ticket, I highly recommend it. It is such a fun time. It's going to be even bigger than last year. So definitely worthwhile to head over to Legions Con. Well, to head over to Legions Con, definitely watch G-Con on Friday. Let's see. I'll check the chat here. What did Lauren say here? Lauren.
Hedgehog, you like this stupid thing?
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm a little lost there. Oh yeah, Chris's Jesus figures. For people who aren't aware, it's exactly what Jay is saying. So Chris, who happens to work for Four Horsemen, he does all the factory, what do you call it? The management of like all the factory planning and all that stuff, packaging and like a lot of stuff. And he's the host of their live stream, one of the two hosts of their live stream. But he has a side project. I don't know if it has a name yet, but it's like the biblical characters, and it's basically a line of Jesus figures. They're going to be like highly articulated, like import style Jesus figures.
All right, as the resident, I'm in church every Sunday. If we can get a deluxe Jesus in the temple with table flipping action, I'll buy two. One to open and one to display season. Because my favorite thing, I've got a meme that says, next time someone asks you what would Jesus do, let them know that flipping tables and beating the crap out of a bunch of people is not outside the realm of reality.
Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. That's what it is. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. We'll also be demoing a tabletop game that uses Animals of the Warrior Kingdom figure. Oh, wow. Interesting. Because that goes back to, they must be inspired by the Battle Beasts. And those were like a game. Like those figures, like they battled it out with the little the logo.
The rub signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw another one.
Oh,
D23
was the Plunderlings. Hedgehog was saying he liked the Plunderlings.
Yeah, the Plunderlings. Yep.
Yeah.
D13. That's Chris's company. That's right. All right. And I just want to say thank you to all of the folks who contributed to the super chats last week. Nikto, Hedgehog, Braku, Raymond, Laura. Hedgehog did 2 last week. And J-Roo. Again, thank you so much. It makes this possible, which is giving away a Mythic Legions figure. We're going to give away 2, which means I have to come up with a second hashtag. But over here with the giveaway tool, the hashtag is going to be banners. So I am now collecting entries using the giveaway tool. Let me pull this down. And the hashtag is Harvest Court because Bardric is the Lord of the Harvest Court. What is he? He's the Lord of the fabled Harvest Court. Lord Bardric Autumnborn is bringing forth his army of forest dwellers to Castle Silverhorn's aid. So we got that going on. So Harvest Court should be flowing in the chat, everybody. And we hit 114. So while you guys are doing this, I am going to start setting up the next giveaway too. We're going to do a second spin and we're going to give away the Skeleton Deluxe Legion Builder.
Holy crap. How do you keep up with that? Like, this is all it's hard.
I don't, it's automatic. So StreamYard has a tool that's a separate website and it's called the giveaway tool. I think it's StreamYard.com/giveaway. And you go in and you're logged into StreamYard. So you pick which stream you're doing and then you pick a word and it will collect the entries. We're up to 81 entries already. Wow.
Golly, bro. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Wade. StreamYard. That's what's doing the giveaway. And I'll pull the thing up in a second. But I do want to get another banner ready so that we have, I'm going to keep it pretty simple on that one.
And here I was writing stuff down on a piece of paper.
Well, I there is something appealing about spinning the wheel and removing the names one at a time. I really like that kind of thing, but that's not possible with this setup.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the next one set up right now. All right, so that's ready to roll. We're gonna let it run for until 9:13, collecting Harvest Court entries. When does Paige?
Yes,
So you picked up your first Mythic Legion, right?
I did. Direct from the store.
Yeah. So what do you think? First one.
I like it. Well, I have the ogres and the orcs and the forest trolls, but I've gotten those from like other places, so I wanted to kind of get this one, but also to see kind of how it runs. You know, I've heard good things about Four Horsemen and the store and
Yeah.
everything, and so I had a good experience.
Nice.
Got on, I ordered it, and payment processed. You know how you compare other things, but I processed payment really quick. It came through, and then it was delivered as promised, and it was pretty good. I like it a lot.
It's
Nice.
awesome.
And you're gonna use the horse for Death Dealer for a few shots, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. I bought a bunch of the other horses too. I bought like the regular horse, for Conan, obviously.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think. The one, I don't know all the names, so apologies, but it was the one that had kind of like green on it, black horse. Which one's that? That's
the black horse with some purple on it. That's Phobos. That's Lithia's horse from like the vampire wave. Yeah. Oh, so you have a few figures. I thought for some reason I thought the headless horseman was the only one you had, but okay.
That was my first one from them. Like, so
Okay.
they're kind of like
Direct.
comic
Okay.
there with it. Yeah, because all the other ones have been from other places, like
Right.
secondhand.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right. So it is 9:13. I need to share the window here. Camera has what? Camera has lost permission to capture your screen. Go to preferences. Is this gonna? Nope. Okay, hold on 1 second, people. For some reason, I can't share my screen.
Someone said this is more exciting than Powerball. I think it's what, 800 million now?
Team settings. My account. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to share the screen, so I think people are going to maybe have to trust me. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Present. Share screen. Chrome. Oh, Chrome tab. Okay, that's why I wasn't doing it right. Okay. Chrome tab, giveaway tool, share, and add to stream. Okay, so here we go. We got 104 entries. Wow. People really want this figure. 122 watching. Thanks, everybody. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I would very much appreciate a subscribe. I put out content fairly regularly, like usually a review once a week, oftentimes Mythic Legions or something that is compatible with Mythic Legions. But once in a while, I still kind of dip back to some other things. But yeah, over 100 entries. All right. Got to switch over here. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. Spin. Here we go, everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Spinning the wheel for Lord Bardric, and it's going to go to Vonnie Rotten Picks. Congratulations, Vonnie Rotten. As always, shoot me an email at podcast@dorklair.com. That's down in the description. You can click that, or you can, if you're familiar, you can message me on Instagram or on Facebook and just let me know where to send it, and I'll send it out by Saturday morning. I'll have that in the mail. All right. So congratulations, Vonnie Rotten. Little tongue twister there. Congrats. Everybody wish him congrats. And we are going to move on to the second giveaway. And that is the skeleton builder. And I just have to do the StreamYard thing again real quick. So let me remove that. And StreamYard giveaway. Yeah, so you go in, you choose your broadcast, and then you choose a hashtag. All right, folks, let me pull the that banner down. And we are now collecting entries for the skeleton, deluxe skeleton Legion builder. And the hashtag is, good luck, everyone. Skeleton DLB. Skeleton DLB. That was a weird one. It didn't scroll. Skeleton DLB, everybody. Put that in the chat. Hashtag hedgehog. Nope. Skeleton DLB. Steel Hegemon says, Emmanuel, what's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
And then that thing disappeared quick. Skeleton DLB, everybody. Let's see how many entries we get here. 25 already. And then after this giveaway, we'll jump into a bunch of news, a bunch of toy news. It's going long already.
Quick
Sam,
question.
Erica. Yeah, go ahead.
The figures that you're giving away, because I am a virgin with this, are these still available or?
Somewhat. Yeah. These are some of the most recent figures.
Mm-hmm.
So the Alithia Way is a little more sold out than this one. But you can still find some places that have it, right? Like retailers that have it. These will be available at Legions Con, and definitely the deluxe Legion builders. Like the street date was like yesterday. So these deluxe Legion builders are just hitting, like you can get these on Big Bad Toy Store and like all the retailers. And if you're looking for a retailer, especially if you want to find one that's close by, you can go to the Four Horsemen site, and they have a list of approved retailers, and you can just browse around and try to find somebody with the ones you're looking for in hand. We got another super chat over here. Mr. A, cool. Thanks for all your help on Instabill. Hallows Eve Beast, who I think is local, first of all. I'm in Boston, and I think Hallows Eve Beast, who is appropriately named, I think is in Salem,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. And going to Legions Con. So I will see you at Legions Con, dude. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. What do we got for entries here? 5 entries. We're going to go to 919, and we're going to spin the wheel again. And good luck, everybody, on the giveaway. And thanks again to all the super chats. You are funding these giveaways. That is what those super chats do. Laura says, hey, Paige, there are only 5 Vetus figures left on Big Bad Toy Store. He's great. He is great.
Thank you. Yeah,
he's one of the, he's a reissue of one of the very, very first figures they ever made from the first wave. He's like a Spartan type.
Improved mold or improved materials, would you say? You know how some of them kind of like when they do reissues, it's a little bit better?
It's pretty close to the same. Usually they're a little tighter. They articulate a little bit better, but like it's a straight up reissue of the original mold. They just may tweak some of the like joints a little bit. Sometimes the paint is slightly different, but it's pretty faithful to the original. So, but they have been doing some 2.0 figures, which is, you know, something we'll likely see maybe in the new wave, like where they maybe take Brother Mandibulus or something, and then like make a version 2 where they've done upgraded parts and like new molds and stuff like that. Unparalleled abuses his super chats. Yeah, right. Let's see here. Paige, you're gonna want some of the figs from the next wave, and you can trust Trevor because he's actually seen the next wave because he takes the photos of them. And if he hasn't seen it yet, we're in trouble because that means they haven't started taking pictures of the figures that they're revealing a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. The chat's kind of cracking me up. All right. Hold on a second. It is actually a little bit past when we said we were going to spin it. So let me get this back into the stream. I'm going to actually pull that banner down because I screwed up how it looks. All right. So the skeleton DLB. 3, 2, 1. spin. All right, here we go. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Ingenious Barbarian. Very fitting. Now I wish I had given away the Barbarian Deluxe Legion Builder, but congratulations, Ingenious Barbarian. Same thing. Send me an email, podcast@DorkLair.com, or you can message me on Instagram at the DorkLair or on Facebook or however, Twitter, whatever, to get in touch with me. But most people just send me that email. Congratulations to both the winners tonight. And thanks again, everybody, for joining and entering. Thanks again for all of the generous super chats. And we're going to get into some news. So let me pull this down and remove that. I'm going to bring our, thank you again to the super chats. I'll bring our slideshow back up. And I thought I would do this. Like maybe we can start doing like a shipping soon thing where we kind of like mention, so Death Dealer charged. So if you had pre-ordered Death Dealer, that baby's coming. It's and I put this one up here in particular because this is from, I think, New York Comic-Con, or what was the last thing they did? I forget what the last thing they did was. Maybe San Diego. But this one shows the new elbows. It has double jointed elbows. They've upgraded, changed, and improved the figure. Paige, anything you can talk about this, or how many did you order? Can I ask you that?
What was the limit? 6, right?
I don't know. 6. You ordered 6? Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I ordered.
Okay.
I ordered 3. I ordered 3 of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ordered 2.
Yeah.
I ended up waitlisting this one, and I'm still waiting. I don't know why I wasn't on when it first went up, but I ended up on the wait list.
Well, they've been converting, so fingers crossed, because you got a good chance.
Now, I've never had been on a wait list before. Everything else I've ever ordered, I've gotten the first try. Do they just send you an email notification, or how does that work?
It will automatically charge, and they'll send you an email saying waitlist alert.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
It's not like Sideshow. Sideshow, your waitlist fills, and then you have to go actually purchase it. With Mezco, it just converts it to an order.
Yeah, I'm really hoping I'm able to land this because he's going to look really good with the Conan and the Conan the pre-order if it ever comes. Yep.
And then the other thing that's shipping soon is the first wave of the worst figures from Super7, which I'm very excited about. These have such a great like style and character. I'm hoping they come out good. There was some stuff on display at New York Comic-Con that has me kind of like a little nervous about like Super7 and their recent quality, but yeah, the worst I'm very pumped for. If they come out good, I'm all in on the worst line, the Ultimates, that is. And I don't know if you guys had anything else like say that's charging soon or shipping soon.
Death Brokers is shipping right now. It's coming out of Washington.
Oh yeah.
That's
coming. The kit, the magic kit, right? For Necroverse magic kit.
Yeah, the Atticus Doom male enhancement kit.
Right.
The magical, yeah, that's coming out. That's been kind of trickling out. I know if you're 5 points, they have that Godzilla set that's going to be coming out, the one with the 2 twins that's supposed to be shipping.
Right. Yep.
And there's good. Oops, sorry.
I was going to say super chat from Marco. Thank you very much. And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be seeing quite a bit more coming in the next 2 months. They're probably going to do their 4th quarter push, and people are really going to start getting these figures that they've been asking for.
I saw something, I can't remember what it was, but for some reason I saw a little thing that made me think that what was it? There was some other figure that I thought was coming soon, but now I can't remember what it was. All right. Yeah, the D20 boars, I saw that too. Those boars are shipping soon. They made that wolf, right? That mount. Hot Toys Captain Carter should be shipping soon. And I know that the blurg on its own and the blurg with Mando from Hot Toys, those have started shipping as well. I ordered Queel with the blurg, so I'm still waiting on that. But got charged for the 3-pack. The Death Brokers, but no sign of shipping yet. That's
Well, yeah, it's the Death Brokers. They started shipping. People have gotten their shipping notifications.
notices, right? But I don't think they've started moving yet. At least mine hasn't.
Yeah, no,
Headless Horseman at my door today. That sounds scary, man. Especially
Yeah,
like
really, a
this
little
close to
bit.
Halloween. Okay. So some people were obviously asking about this guy, and this is Theodore Sodcutter from a new brand, I guess.
yeah.
So this is
Gangrene
the
Estates.
Gangrene Estates. This head.
That looks like the villain for that head. Looks like the villain from one of the Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Batman stories. I can't remember what the villain's name was, but you know what I'm talking about, Paige.
I do. Somebody was saying that they were going to take this and they were going to use that. A lot of people have also been saying that this is kind of like a collective of different horror characters from horror comics, but then also Haunted Mansion, the ride,
Yeah.
the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I've seen that. So.
I mean, it's a really, really creepy freaking sculpt, and with the top hat and that coat, it makes me think like some really demented Jack the Ripper or something like that.
Not to spoil anything, but if anybody has been watching House of the Dragon, this reminds me of a particular scene. I'm not gonna say anything, but this reminds me of something.
It's taken me so long to get through it. It's taken forever. I'm actually like 10 minutes into episode 6.
Okay. I loved it. I thought the show was phenomenal.
This
is kind of cool
so far. It took me a minute to that 10-year time jump. It took me a second. I actually had to watch the first 20 minutes of that episode a couple of times to really kind of grasp what was going on.
Yeah. So this guy comes with a comic book. So they're going to build out a little bit of the story of the Gangrene Estates. And it's got the
that is so cool. That's like the old EC Comics covers. I love that.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
What's it say? Murder, mutations, and madness. You can see the little logo on the bottom left of the Gangrene Estates brand.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of hints in there too. Like, you know.
Oh, yeah. Previews for new figures. Yep. Totally. So interestingly, the heads have a light up function. So I'm wondering if like this will be kind of like Cable or like the Kriegs, where you have the light up function built into the neck or the body, and then you put a head on and then it lights the head up, or if like all 6 heads are going to have their own separate light up function, or maybe it'll be an insert or something. I'm really interested to see how they do 6 heads lighting up like that.
Yeah. I think it'll be like that too. I was looking at the product description and they said it's like 20 points of articulation. So that's that's not it is the same as Nosferatu, but you can tell where they did some different design choices and everything too.
Like his enormously long arms.
Yeah. I love what they've, I mean, obviously I like the line, but I love what they've been doing with the fabrics and putting like dirt and grime on things. And I know that you have I think it's the next one, but you can see like the tooling like they did with Union Gomez. You can see like there's just these scrapes and scratches and they weathered them down really well. They put, when they really want to put a lot of attention to detail with certain items and stuff like that, they really knock it out of the park, especially with these head sculpts. They look great.
It makes me think of the cloth goods on I think one of the best cloth goods figures is the Victorian Joker, the Gaslight Joker. Like I think the clothing on that is superb. Same thing with Nosferatu, right? Like they have really just taken the clothing game to a new level with these figures, with these like Victorian, like somewhat creepy, sort of old timey type like clothing sets.
Yeah.
But
they've gotten a lot better too. I'm pretty sure you've noticed this too, especially with the Gaslight by Joker, but you can really tell with this, but they've gotten a lot better with layering. That's hard to pull off, especially if you look at some of the bulk material, like in the jackets and stuff like that. but they've gotten it where it's a nice little balance. It still shows it, but you can still have that
Yep.
functionality with articulation.
Well, the Joker was awesome, but seeing this and how they continue to progress with that with soft goods, one of my favorite things that's on pre-order is that Gotham by Gaslight Batman.
Oh yeah,
So, and that's cloth and layering and stuff like that everywhere. I cannot wait to see what that looks like when we finally get it in hand.
Yeah. So the interpretation here is that, as John Ingalls asked, so he's not Rumble Society. This is a new in-house line, and yeah, it seems to be the case now. They've been known to overlap things, right? Like originally, it seemed like Gomez was his own thing, and Rumble Society was separate, and then that sort of merged, right? So who knows? Like there could be overlap, but this sounds like a new brand. Greenhouse. That's not very creepy. Gangrene Estates.
Yeah.
Greenhouse. I like that.
I think this is another like horror subline, like the Silent Screamers originally. That was all the older stuff that they had before, Metropolis and God, what was it? The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. They had Jekyll and Hyde. They had a bunch of older figures, so I didn't know if they were going to keep with those figures and put those in the line, and then this is maybe their subline. But this I think is really good too because it can go with some of your other stuff. At least that's the way I was looking at it. Like.
Absolutely.
Solomon Kane, Frankenstein, Atticus Doom. You can put them with pretty much everybody because
it would fit in seamlessly with those Gotham by Gaslight. I mean, as kind of a freakier Batman villain, it would look great with those two figures.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned the price at 120, feeling a little steep. I think the 6 heads.
That's what I was going to say. It's a lot of heads.
And also, like, they compared it to Nosferatu, which came with a coffin. Like, that was pretty cool. But, like, I just think that was 2 years ago, and prices are just continuing to go up. So it's just, it is what it is. Prices are high on everything. So then they also have the Graveyard Gremlins. It's a 13 pack of all these little glow in the dark critters. And these were $13. And then if you added them to your cart with the Sodcutter figure, you got like a little $6 discount, I think. The only thing is like they added more shipping each time you added something to the cart, so it wasn't that great of a discount, but at least it was there. At least it was some bit of discount. And these sold out like right away. These were gone pretty quickly. They must not have made a lot of these.
Yeah, it was 25 minutes. They kind of sold out really quick, and they're 13, so they're like $1 each. I mentioned this before on the Hangout, but I don't know how they're doing it with the shipping and stuff like that. But if you order stuff, depending on where it comes from, that's why some of those shipping costs are separate. And there's like a little glitch. I don't know if everybody's noticed it yet, but we talked about it. Like, say you ordered two sweatshirts, one for you and your girl. One's a large and one's a small, right? And even though it's the same sweatshirt, like a Doc Nocturnal sweatshirt, those will get charged separately too, but they don't get charged separately if they're two larges, if that makes sense. So
interesting.
So there's
some automation happening that's creating some of these double shipping charges. That's so and you don't know where these are coming out of. So like I know a lot of people said, oh well, I'm getting charged separately. Well, you don't know if it's coming out of Washington or if it's coming out of New York. So that's it's not, I don't know if they're bundling all this stuff together. So, right. And sometimes they have things pre-packed and they just ship single thing separate. Like I've had that happen where just like you order 2 or something and they send 2 boxes. So that's why they charge you twice. Because I feel like that started during the pandemic where they were like pre-packaging the Slugfest stuff. And it was just all ready to go, maybe packaged in the factory or something like that.
Yeah,
but they also had this t-shirt. I did not get the t-shirt. I'm just like, I just have too many t-shirts. I mean, I'm wearing a Mezco t-shirt right now, right? Like
I saw that.
But yeah, so $20 t-shirt as well. It's a cool looking t-shirt though. I like it.
You got to remember like before, everybody was saying that they didn't like all this bundle stuff. Like they were
they pulled them apart.
They said it was like forced swag, and so I guess this is their way of kind of like handling that. They're like, okay,
Mhm.
well, we don't want to force people, so we'll just put it separately. So
My Atticus Doom add-on kit was listed as 8 pounds Rojo.
yeah, I like that guy. I like Rahul a lot, man. He's a good guy.
So
Yeah,
transitioning, Braku is in on the transition to Robin. I didn't order Robin yet, but it's a regular release, and I'll probably order it from my favorite retailer, One Stop Toy Shop. At least it's my favorite retailer for Mezco stuff. I will probably order it from him. I just haven't placed my order yet. But $95 Robin. This is kind of old news at this point, so we're not going to linger on it too long. But it's got a nice little kit of accessories. Comes with the bow. I love the bow. This is the same bow, I think, as the others, right?
yeah, Arsenal and Green Arrow and stuff. It looks like, and then
Yeah,
also Stealth Gomez.
yeah, the Gomez stuff. Yeah, I really like the bow. I think it's a nice piece. So it's a cool set.
Yeah, looks like they fixed the string part too. I remember Green Arrow, you could bend that thing back, it would snap, but then the Arsenal did
Right.
it better.
And they had the stretchy stuff on at least the ones I have, the Gomez ones. It's like the stretchy wire stuff. Yeah, a couple head sculpts, got a little mask there. Very cool looking Robin. It's basically, I'm assuming this is the Doc Nocturnal Spider-Man body, the MCU Spider-Man body, the little body, which is
Yeah,
spectacular. It's such a good body.
yeah. I was taking a picture tonight, but I was going to show what they look like standing next to each other because I think this one was, it said, like 16 centimeters, and people were wondering how it was going to compare to a Batman. So I think his head, it comes to about shoulder length, and I'm
I
not
think
like a
if you stand Doc Nocturnal next to whatever Batman you pick, it's good. That's going to be what it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I put it, and that's kind of how the measurement was. But
Yeah.
I doubt this will be the last time we see a Robin from them. They'll probably do like
Yeah.
they did with Batman. We're going to see different versions
Yep.
because people have been
Probably
asking for
Nightwing
it.
too.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, another one that's a little bit older now at this point. This is what happens when we go every 2 weeks. But Heninger and Long Moan, which is just the greatest name for a video game bad guy ever. But yeah, so these Storm collectibles, $120 for the 2-pack. I pulled this particular picture up because I wanted to get a sense of the size. And if you go back and forth between the Axe Battler and these guys, so you have the guy on the dragon. I think he's gonna be a big guy. I think he's gonna be like the size of Axe Battler. If you kind of look, they're pretty close in size. So for 120 for two guys that are roughly the size of Axe Battler, I think it's a decent price, 60 each.
They're really building that line out nicely.
Sure. It's one of my favorite lines. Like, I never had Storm collectibles before the Golden Axe stuff, and they're just the quality, the articulation, like there's so much going for these Storm collectibles figures. And I mean, there's deals out there still, like that Tyrus Flare set and with this blue dragon and the like I said earlier, the dead frame guys, they're all super cheap right now on Entertainment Earth. If you don't have those figures and you're interested in Golden Axe or fantasy figures in general, just grab those. They're so good. Let's see. Okay, so continuing with the fantasy theme, now we have 1/18th scale. This is Boss Fight Studios is celebrating the 10th anniversary of their company. Or I think it's like the 10th anniversary of like the very beginning of the first Kickstarter that kicked off their company, which was the Trivian Hacks. I think at first it was the like Greek characters, right? Like the Greek mythology characters. And then eventually they went into the fantasy knights and whatnot. And so they're redoing. These are not reissues. These are remakes, top to bottom, brand new sculpts of the two most popular knights they had, the Evil Knight and the Good Knight. This is the Evil Knight, the Knight of Asperity, and it's all new tooling. It's got their latest articulation. So these have ankle rockers, these have thigh swivels, and they are reissuing them I think they're $28 or something. They're on their site. They're on Big Bad Toy Store and stuff. But brand new versions of the original 2 Knights. And then we have the Knight of Accord over here. So very cool stuff. And they're going to do a little bit of a subline of their 10th anniversary figures. And they're coming back to the Greek. Well, this is Roman, but like the Greco-Roman sort of like old, that kind of era stuff. They're doing this centurion type figure. And this is all they showed for it. Just this like prototype. And it's not on, or this render of a sculpt. It's not on sale yet, but these 2 are currently on sale. You can pre-order those. They're going to come out like middle of next year. I order these so fast. I have both of the originals of these, and they're 2 of my favorite figures. This line's awesome. Very cool stuff.
And those are 3 3/4, right? Or
yeah, they're 1/18. They're 4-inch, a little bit bigger
okay.
than 3 3/4, but yeah, same scale roughly. Nate with the awesome pun. Speaking of good night, gotta run. Have a good one. Thanks, Nate. This just dropped today. This is the Hasbro D&D movie line. The, what is it called? Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves. I just saw that trailer today for the first time. I don't know how I'd missed that.
Looks good, right?
It does. It looks really good. I was watching. I was like, what? Because I didn't get to watch the whole live stream. So I go back and I was watching bits and pieces, and I saw that. And I was like, it looked, just to watch it, I thought, okay, this has to be something Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm watching it, and by the end of it, I was like, man, I don't know what this is, but I really want to see it. And then it
looks fun.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
These are the figures. So on the right is the Chris Pine, right? And then I forget who else is in the movie, but these are 4 figures that they showed for the movie release. I thought I'd throw those on there. They look decent, I feel like they're going to be on the cusp of being like more expensive than I would want them to be. They're probably going to be like $28 or something each, which is probably for me like a little higher than I would want to pay for these, but still they look decent.
I get the Chris Pine one.
Neronian's in the house. Speaking of dragons, I really want a 112 dragon. Well, your wish may come true sooner than you think, dude.
Hope you have a spare bedroom to put it in.
Yeah, it's going to be big. Let's see here. Yep. Okay. So then next up is they have, I put this on. It's pretty goofy, but this is such an 80s type thing that I love it. The Dicelings. So these are Dungeons and Dragons, 20-siders. They're just like, they look like dice, but they transform into various creatures and stuff. So these are a lot of fun. I think there's 4 in that picture, but, and then another Hasbro thing. So these were all Walmart exclusives, and now they're just available for pre-order on like all the different sites. So whoever was like, they canceled my G.I. Joe, whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully that kind of stuff will come back around. For
I don't
me,
know if I told this on here, but this was the Walmart order that they canceled my Ahsoka and Grogu, which Bill, thankfully you had one for me. But then they followed that up by sending me duplicates of the 2 Bespin Troopers, R2, Gunner,
that's right,
and Stormtrooper. So they only charged me once. I got 2 separate tracking numbers, and they duplicated my order. So I guess for every screw up, to our detriment, there's one to our favor.
It's like the Seinfeld episode where he's even Steven. He just keeps breaking even on everything. I also have this for you, Larry, just a reminder. So I'll send that to you. It's the Umbra Trooper that I've had for you for like ever.
Oh yeah, you've been holding on to that for a couple of months.
I'll send that out. Now that there's 2 figures, I'll send that out to you. Okay, so those are all available. I really like. I know that the eWeb is kind of small, like compared to some of the other eWebs they've released, but I really like that Stormtrooper and Grogu set. I think that's a nice set.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing with Star Wars, and we're kind of winding down now. So next up we have Crosshair. They're on their 3rd. So they've had Echo is out already. So Bad Batch Echo is out. Like you can go buy that figure right now and they'll ship it to you right now. Already out. Hunter's been up for pre-order for a long time, and now they have Crosshair. So they're already 3 figures ahead, and Vintage Collection hasn't even released their first member of the Bad Batch. I know they did that 4-pack, but like no members of the Bad Batch have been released yet. They teased one as like a pipeline figure, but it's blowing me away that Hot Toys is beating Hasbro to the punch at these Bad Batch characters. It's just wild to me. Pretty cool interpretation of the cartoon character here.
I love when they can take something from animated and make it so lifelike like that. You never know which direction it's going to go when they do that conversion, but these things look great.
Yeah, they do. They just look like they're so weathered.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, all those deals, if that, I've been trying to stay away from them, but I know if that Echo goes on sale with one of these like 20-30% off coupons, like there's no way I'm going to not order that figure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's 271. Echo was 285 and Hunter was 250. So these have been like really like, I think representative of what they come with and stuff in terms of like their pricing, because Echo was pretty elaborate. Speaking of cyborgs with right arms that have like attachments, transition. We have the Star Trek The Next Generation Ultimates, which they kind of leaked out accidentally one day, like the fact that they were there and like the page went up briefly and then it went down, and now they're finally up for pre-order. So we have Locutus, Riker, Data, and Guinan, which I think is a solid wave. I know a lot of people are like, why wouldn't you put Picard in the first wave, like regular Picard? And I think the logic is kind of the same logic as
those main characters out.
Yeah, like not having all 4 turtles as the first turtle wave, right?
Yeah.
This way they can have a version of Picard in the first wave, and then they can hold back the big heavy hitter for the second or third, whatever wave he's going to be in, and he can anchor a wave of wacky things. Like maybe Mott the Barber will be in that wave because they love to do like weird stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like it'll be some wacky other guys, and they are going wacky with it. Like they got Riker's trombone.
He had several different uniforms too. I mean, so it's not like they just have to do season 1 on the bridge. They have a lot of different options there with Picard. Yeah,
this feels like middle, like seasons 2, 3, 4 era.
Yeah.
But you know, human likenesses are not their strong point, so I'm not expecting these to look amazing portrait wise when they come out. But they are leaning into the fun, goofy side, right? Like he comes with his trombone, he comes with the doll that the kids made or whatever for Picard Day. Locutus is a little skimpy on the accessories, but still pretty cool. If I get a single figure from this wave, I'll probably get Locutus.
That's the
Guinan's got her gun.
My interest.
What's that?
The Locutus Pete. I mean, you know, I played trombone for about 10 years, but as far as buying a figure, Locutus was the one that got my attention. I like the multiple heads. I like that has a couple of different hands. I dig the way that looks. They did a nice job with it.
Yeah. And I feel like it's the easiest to probably nail down because he's got stuff all over his face. I think these look good. It's just a matter of how the final product comes out. Guinan, she's got her bar. She's got like a tray of like drinks and stuff. She's got her big old rifle. She broke up a bar fight with like in one of the episodes, I think. Data, I barely looked at this. He's got his violin. Does Picard have his... Oh, it's not Picard. Never mind. I'm like, does Picard have his flute? Picard will definitely come with his flute, I would imagine. Spot the cat, which is awesome. He's got the poker. Does Riker have a poker? Oh no, Data was the only one that wore like the visor when they played poker. Right. Cool stuff. I can't tell what the small thing is under the link to his head. Like there's something under there. What is that?
Is that poker chips?
Poker chips. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Here's the packaging. Pretty cool. And there's like the slip cover. Very sweet. And then I think this might be the last item, but this is Shran. This is the one we teased last week. Remember, Larry? And this is from Enterprise. And Nanjin said he probably would never make an Andorian from the original series because it's not something that would fit with the look of the line or something like that. He said it's just like leave it to Playmates. He said to make that, but to make a very modern looking Andorian, pretty cool. This is Shran. Yeah, nice looking figure. And again, Jeffrey Combs, who's played tons of different characters in Star Trek. Oh yeah, we do have this to talk about.
I was gonna say, I know you're not gonna skim over the house cat sized battle cat figure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we did talk about it last week. I mean, 2 weeks ago, even now we talked about it, but I just wanted to mention this is 215, which is a little on the higher, slightly higher-ish side for the Exo 6 stuff.
Speaking of on the higher side.
By the way, Larry, David Smith also played trombone.
Ah, my man.
We got something special coming from David Smith very soon. I want to give him a little shout out, but I don't want to mention what it is yet. It's coming up probably on our next, but it'll probably be something that happens on the 200th episode. Okay. So Battle Cat, we pretty much knew, we knew it came with all this stuff last week. We knew it was $500 last week, but we didn't really see all the pictures of it last week. We didn't see
the articulation on this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah. We didn't see the awesomeness of it last week. Like,
wow,
these multiple head sculpts, articulated jaws, tons of articulation all through the limbs. I mean, just look at the angles on the feet in these images, right?
It's beautiful.
And I love this picture because it just really sends home the size of this thing.
I'm looking forward to just seeing the cat crate sized box that's going to be on my doorstep when this thing shows up.
Right.
It looks great. I'm really excited for this. And in Pixel Dan's video, they said, this is not the last cat. So, they're going to get more usage out of this mold for this cat. So we're definitely going to get a Panther. And I wonder if we're going to get, and I don't remember what I guess it was just Catra's converted form. I mean, we know we're getting females, so it would not shock me down the road for them to do something else, in that. Or this could make a good base body for a Griffin if they want to do a Griffin down the road.
Right. And they definitely showed one of those key art, like turnaround type images, before they actually have any sculpts done, like that, where they show like the key art, or like the concept art, I guess. They definitely showed one of those for Panther.
Yeah.
And then they also put up a toned, like a basic version. I don't know if you call it basic, but like, like a non-deluxe version of the same He-Man as the deluxe He-Man.
I was kind of surprised the price point was this high for something with so many fewer accessories.
Yeah. Yeah. $250 for the other one that has 2 other looks, right? 2 other sets of
like
armor and stuff.
More than $15 worth of accessories. Of course, prices have gone up on everything in the last 3 to 6 months too. So,
right.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not sure about with this He-Man is, like, it doesn't say it's exclusive. So I'm wondering if it will be available on other retailers. Like Sideshow often has Mondo stuff. Big Bad Toy Store often has Mondo stuff. I don't know if it's popped up yet. I haven't really looked, but yeah, it's 500. Yeah. The Battle Cat is 500, but it is beautiful. I haven't put my order in yet. I'm still trying to so basically, I've been selling stuff to pay for this thing. I want to film. I don't want to do the payment. I decided I don't want to do the payment plan. What I want to do is just fill my PayPal and just boom, just buy it.
I'm trying to do the same thing. I mean, I could just pay for it, but I want to offset it by selling some stuff. So I'm trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said they'll be doing a new Skeletor. So they'll do it along the lines of this He-Man where they do a revised deluxe type Skeletor.
That's gonna be nice.
I'm not familiar with Duplicate, but Larry, I'm sure you.
You know what? that's kind of a deep cut. I would have to look that up.
Okay. Yeah, this is what a lot of people are doing, especially now. I mean, there's so many things. Legion's Con. I mean, by the end of the year, I'll be putting in a big, massive order for Necrodominus Wave. So much stuff. But yeah, we went a little bit long. Usually we're about an hour, but hour and a half, not bad. So, Paige, what do you got coming up?
Okay. Duplicate. I'm sorry, let me interrupt. I remember
Yeah, go ahead.
They did a kind of a faker, a cat for faker, and it was Battle Cat in the faker colors with blue and yellow fur, and then an orange saddle.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a deep cut, but that could be really cool looking.
Yeah, and yeah. So Paige, do you got anything coming up like for live streams or other things going on?
I have a really good one next week. It's going to be, I don't know if you know her or not, but her Coquette Minis. Her name is Z.
Nice. Zarina, yeah.
Yeah, so she's going to be coming on, and it's going to be a Halloween thing. She said that she would come on, but only if we dressed up. So I got to wear an outfit.
Can you tease your costume here? Or is that going to be a surprise?
It's a mask that I recently bought. I don't like getting dressed up. I'm like Jim from The Office.
I can take a guess. One of two things that I would probably guess.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I got that, and I have 2 special episodes. One I'm still in the works, and I'm waiting for confirmation on one of them. But I think it'll be a really good one. So,
and you had Sarah Frazetta on your show recently at one point, right? That's awesome.
Yes. She's great.
And can people find that one on your channel, like the recording of that?
Yeah, see, I just made the jump to YouTube, so most of that stuff's on Instagram, but yeah, it's on the Instagram live stuff, but I'm trying to take all that stuff and convert it, but you know how it is. It's a pain in the ass to record, screenshot it. So
I honestly wouldn't even bother.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
When you have the time to put it up there, but yeah, it's a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, it is. But that's all I really got going on right now. I'm just trying to open up toys and not buy more because, God, like you said, it's getting expensive and there's more stuff coming. So
it's like a nonstop avalanche.
Yeah.
Maybe by this time next year, you'll be like planning to come to Legion's Con.
You know what? I like to. I wanted to try to run the circuit. You know, do like if they had Toy Fair, do Toy Fair, San Diego, New York. And then do Legion's Con because there's a bunch of guys like Anthony McNeil, right? Have you seen him before?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I saw him at the last Legion's Con, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he actually got me the horse, my first horse. He's the one above it. Yeah, I'd like to do that because I've heard really good things about Legion Con. I heard it's more personal. Good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get to interact with people, and of course you get to meet Trevor and you guys and you and everybody.
And the Four Horsemen themselves, they run their own table and sell their own toys. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And so I would like to do something like that, because especially if it has a little bit more of a personal touch, So
yeah. Final thoughts, Larry?
Yeah, kind of tune back in 2 weeks to see how much more crap I've spent money on. That's it.
Wheel keeps turning.
I had a great time. It's awesome talking about this stuff, and let's get to bed. Good night.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Until next time, may the force be with you.